I'm Bianca, also known as B. I'm a personal trainer based in London, and today I'm going to talk to you about stretching. So we're going to do a whole body stretch together, literally from head to toe, or actually from toe to head. We're going to start with our feet. And it's really worthwhile making time once in a while to just take a bit longer to stretch all the way through your body. If you've got any aches and pains, it can just help you identify. So hopefully you'll enjoy this, and this is one to do barefoot or in your socks. So take your shoes off now, get ready. You need a mat, which I've got mine behind me. You can have water if you want, but this is not full-on workout for a change. This is all about stretching. So my top tips are, we're going to stretch to the point of tension where you can feel the stretch but not pain. Pain is too much, we don't need that. We're going to breathe into the stretches. Really try to focus on the area that you're stretching and relax your other body parts. I'll give you some cues as we go. So shoes off, let's head to the mats and let's get started. So literally, as I said, we're going to start with our feet. I'm going to get you to come down to the mat, onto your knees, and can you see I've got my toes curled under behind me, and I'm just going to sit back onto my heels. So we're starting with the arches. Ooh, might be quite tight, might not even realise. So this part at the back of your foot, just going to sit, making sure the toes are tucked underneath. Lovely. You might find that one foot is tighter than the other. I can definitely feel more of a stretch in my left foot than my right. Just breathe there a few more seconds. Okay, then we're going to lean forward, put your hands on the mat. We're going to press up through the toes, lift the hips to the sky. Try to straighten out your legs if you can. So we're getting a calf stretch now in both calves. Breathe into it. Now bend one knee, and you're going to that really intensifies the stretch in that straight leg. It can be quite strong, so breathe into it. Then let's just swap the bent knees, alternate. Keep breathing. Then bring both feet down. Good. Now we're going to walk the hands towards your feet and just hang here for a moment. Hang heavy. You can nod your head just to relax your neck. Now you might start to feel that a little bit further up the back of your legs, so into your hamstrings. Put your hands on your hips, and then we're going to hinge up with a nice straight back. Okay, back up to standing. Now we're going to do top of foot. So let's put here the dorsal side of your foot. Very simple. All we need to do is just tuck the foot under behind. Okay, can you see my toes are now underneath? And just stand up really straight here. Straighten out this leg. And you're stretching it across the top of your foot. This is really good if you get like tight shins from running. This is a really nice stretch. Okay, let's change it over to the other side. So put your foot behind you. That's it. Lift up the chest, straighten as much as you can through this leg. Oop, mind you've got your balance. It can be a bit wobbly, so fingertips on support if you need it, and stretching through. So sometimes if we just run or walk with little bit right angle, too much right angle between your with your foot and your lower leg, that can really get these shin muscles really tight, your perineals. Okay, so top of foot. Then going more a little bit into the perineals, which is here. Take one side of your foot, take your leg out, and then you're just going to push to the outside edge of your foot. Can you see that? Okay, from there, now I'm going to lean forward slightly, and just by leaning forward, I can feel that stretching. This is where we're aiming for, through the perineals, side of the shin. Good. Just careful, if you've done anything to your ankle, you want to be really gentle with this. So I've recently sprained this ankle, so I'm going to be really careful with this side. So that feels much tighter at the moment there. Okay, good. So standing up out of that one, and then we're going to go into standing calf stretches. So literally just big step back, and again, if you've got a surface you can push against, that's fine and helpful actually sometimes too. Feet parallel, pointing forwards, the toes pointing forwards, and I'm just putting the weight into my back heel here, really making sure most of the weight is back there, and that's stretching into the calf. The gastrocnemius is one of the muscles in the calf. There's another muscle in there called the soleus, and the way we stretch that is if you just shuffle your foot forward ever so slightly. Now bend the back knee. You can't do a massive bend, but hold that and you should feel that just goes a little bit deeper, that stretch. Stretching the soleus now. Good. Okay, and then we'll swap round, so just literally pivot round, weight into that back heel. Relaxing, as I said at the beginning, just try to relax everything else. So really focus on that muscle that you're stretching. So it's, for me now, it's my left calf. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little step forward, tiny, and then bend that back knee. Remember to keep breathing through these. Okay, and then let's lift out that standing quad stretch. So quadriceps, front of thigh. Here we go. I'm going to get hold. If you need fingertip support again, please do. Get hold of the foot, pull it up towards my bottom. I'm going to keep my hips pushed forward and chest lifted. Okay, and that's going to bring the stretch on here. If you want to add a little bit more depth to the stretch, pull in with the abs and squeeze this glute here. Good, and let's do the other side. So same thing, foot up to your bottom, or as close as, push your hips forward, stand up tall. Pull in the abs and squeeze this glute. Good. Okay, so we're going to go back down to the mat now. We're going to go work a little bit into the hip flexors and the hip area. Do some hip openers and hip stretches. So first what I'm going to do, we're going to come down, place your knee on the floor. Can you keep your toes tucked at the back here? I'm going to bring this front foot forward. So we're aiming for this area here, right into the hip flexors. Now what you need to do is tuck the tailbone under, tuck, pull in with your abs. Right, already in this position I can feel a stretch coming on here. If you need to get a little bit more stretch, you may need to just shift your weight ever so slightly forward. Look, can you see? But don't lose that tailbone tuck, that's really important. Hold it there. Breathing. It's quite intense, this one, so. You need to stretch your hip flexors if we sit down too much, if we run, if we walk, if we cycle a lot. So everybody benefits from a hip flexor stretch. Okay, just rock it back for a minute, just rest. Now we're going to go for quite a tricky extra quad stretch. If you can, bring your hands forward, and then what I want you to do is try to lift up that back foot. Now I'm going to try and get hold of that back foot, and then just slowly lift up my upper body. Slowly, 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 slowly. Okay. I've got my balance just about. So fingertip on the wall, and then start to push under, tuck that tailbone again. Now this is quite intense. Make sure you've got plenty of cushioning under your knee as well. Hold it there. Okay, and then slowly release. Good. Okay, in this position, I'm going to shift my weight back, lift my front foot, put the heel down and lift the toes to the ceiling. Okay, so now, actually, just untuck that back foot there. Good. Now I'm looking for the hamstring stretch in this leg. So keep the toes pointing up, that's really important. Pull your toes towards your knees. Breathe again. Good, okay, bring it forward and then we'll just switch over. So we're going hip flexor on the other side. So, big step forward. Tuck the toes underneath, curl them under, just for this one. And tailbone tuck, pull in with the abs. And if you need to, just a little push forward. Take the whole of your body forward there. Keep the tailbone tucked, I keep saying that, it's really crucial. Otherwise you'll lose the stretch. And breathe. Okay, just just rock it back. Now we're going to go down to the mat, both hands on the mat, flick up that heel. Now slowly, slowly, if you can get hold of that foot, careful, this is quite wobbly, this one. Slowly, I've got my ankle actually. Slowly, I'm going to lift up my chest, I'm going to start to tuck under with my pelvis. The minute I tuck under, I get a big quad stretch. See if you can hold it there. Bear with me, bear with it. Good. Okay, slowly release. And then we're going to rock back. Just readjust this foot. Toes up to the ceiling. And I'm going to hinge forward until I feel that stretch down this hamstring. Try not to crumple over like this. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. It's quite tricky depending on your flexibility. Breathe and relax. Okay, we're going to do some stretching that involves lying down on your mat now. So you can lie down on your back, still working into the hip and the glutes area, so your bottom. I'm going to lie down and just have a moment there, that's quite nice. Starting off with my left leg, I'm going to pull it in, pull my knee in and hug it in towards my chest. Okay, from there, keeping your hips on the floor, I'm just going to bring this hand out to the side here and I'm going to pull this knee across my body. I'm not trying to roll over, I'm trying to keep both hip bones in contact with the ground. And what that's doing is that's bringing on a stretch through here, through my glute. Definitely both my shoulder blades are in contact. Yeah, so the upper body stays definitely nice and glued to the ground. Okay, then we're going to take it out the other way. So I'm just opening up my hip now, getting a bit of an inner thigh stretch. I've got hold of just below my knee here. Breathe, bring it back to centre. And then you can just put that leg down. Okay, other leg. So we're going to draw it in, pull it into your chest. It's nice for your lower back as well, this one. Opens up the lower back. Okay, so I'm going to put my right hand down onto the floor for a bit of balance. And then I'm going to draw this knee across my body. Doesn't go very far. Keep the shoulder blades in contact with the ground. Stretching around the outer hip into the glutes. Good, and then we're going to take it back to centre and then out the other way. So open it out. So here's the stretch now into my hips, but the inner thigh. Good. Okay, bring it back to centre and just let that leg come down. And join the other one on the floor. Alright, from there, we're going to hug both knees in. And you can like lift your bottom. Let's do a little lift, not lift your little bottom, do a little lift. There we go. Just hug those knees in nice and tight. Now put both feet on the ground. And what we're going to do is just do 3 flattens of the lower back. So I'm going to tilt my pelvis and just pull in with my abs, so my lower back is nice and flat. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then release. So you've got that little arch back again. Now do it again, so pull it all in so that your back is nice and low, flat against the ground. 3, 2, 1, release. And let's do it one more time. 3, 2, 1, release. Really good stretch for that lower back if you get any tension. Just remember that one. Okay, after that, we're going to do a little bit more in the glutes. So I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to put my left ankle across just below my right knee here. Now I'm going to lift up that foot off the floor. I'm going to thread my hands through this thigh here and I'm going to pull the leg, both of them towards me. Ooh, I love this stretch. This is possibly my favourite stretch. So this is a piriformis stretch. It goes deeper underneath the glutes. Breathe into it. And if you want, you can flex that foot. But as I said, just try to relax everywhere else. Just think about the muscle that you are stretching. Okay, let's put that foot down and let's switch it over. Lifting up and drawing in. Try to relax your shoulders. I know we're pulling with the arms, but try to make sure that they're as relaxed as possible. And breathe. Oh, I love that stretch. All right. We're going to do one last one on the mat and then we're going to stand up. So now I need you to glue your knees together and your thighs together. Bring your arms out to the side and we're going to slowly take the knees over to one side. Oh yes, if you're lucky you get a little crack out of your back like I just did. Now you can turn your head and look the other way. So we're stretching into the lower back and into the sides here, into your oblique muscles. Okay, squeeze your thighs together, don't let them come apart as you move back to centre. And then keep them squeezed together as you move the other way. There we go. So dropping the knees down the other side. And relaxing into that position. Good. Squeeze the knees, bring your knees back to centre. And we're going to get ourselves up to standing. So it's up to you how you do it. You could do a little roll, that's it, and up we get. Okay, doing good so far. So, next, we're on to our next set of exercises. So we've moved basically from the foot all the way up pretty much to the hip area. We're just going to do up here, we're just going to do some hip circles. Keep your legs as straight as possible. So we're going one direction. And then we'll go the other way. So I'm just showing you. Look, so I'm hinging forward as I push my hips back. Trying to keep my legs straight. Good. And back to centre. Now we're going to stretch a little bit into the IT band, which is this fascia that comes down from your hip down to your knee. Just cross your feet over and then you're going to just hang down. Okay, and you should feel this stretch in the back leg. So for me, that's my right leg, sort of around this area. Okay, so just hang heavy there. All right, then hinge up, and we're going to just switch over the feet. Cross them over the other way, and down you go again. Good. Okay, hinging back up. Now we're going to take the feet wide and we're going to stretch a little bit into the inner thigh. So feet wide, facing towards me, and then I'm just going to bend over to one knee, like a little side lunge here. So I can already feel that a little bit into that inner thigh. If you want, you can swivel the heel, look, swivel that toe so the toe is turned out and up, and just really lean on this leg. But definitely feeling it in here, inner thigh or groin stretch. Okay, bring the foot down and then let's shift over to the other side. So you can start there, and then if you want to open it up by swiveling on the heel, you can. Good. Foot down, come back up to standing. Great. Okay, so moving on up into the torso now, we're going to do some side bends with reaches. So very simple, just slide down to the side. You should start to feel a bit of a stretch here. Now take the top arm, reach it over the top. Just watch you're not leaning forwards or backwards, so you're not here or leaning back behind you. Reach with these fingertips, and then I just want you to do a gentle swoosh round. Look, so I'm going to fold, hinge, back to standing. Let's repeat that on that side. So slide down first. Arm over the top, reach, and then swoosh. Nice controlled movement. One more time. Slide down, reach over, and then swoosh forward to standing. Good. Now we repeat on the other side. So slide down. Ooh, I definitely feel tight to this side. Arm over the top, reach with those fingertips, and then gently swoosh it forward. And back up to standing. Again, down to the side, reach, staying in this plane, so we're not leaning forwards or backwards, and now we swoosh, break through that plane. Okay, one more time, down to the side, reach over, and swoosh. Very good. Okay, back bend. So we're going to do a back extension. We're going to stretch the chest and also maybe a little bit of abs. So what you need to do is put your hands on your bum. Here, you're going to squeeze your elbows together. So that's opening up your chest. You're going to tuck your tailbone, keep your abs pulled in, keep your chin tucked, and just lean back. And just lean forward again. Keep those elbows squeezed together, abs pulled in, and again. And back. Small movements. And one more time. Awesome. Really good. Shake that out. Forearms, wrists. So extend the hand in front of you, and using this hand I'm just going to push down and I'm going to press against it. So with my right hand I'm pushing against my left hand. Should really feel that stretch through the wrists and into those forearms. Good. And then if you switch it the other way, it's there. Nice. Switch arms. So start with this one. Actually, my right hand arm and wrist is tighter than my left hand. It might be because I'm right-handed. And then just pushing. So use those muscles more on the back of your hand there. Good. Okay, shake that out. Right, we're going to do upper back now. So we're going to think about stretching the shoulder blades, in those muscles in between the shoulder blades. And we're going to imagine we're hugging a tree. So big circle here with the arms. Look, here, like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push back with my chest and look down into this gap. And what that does is just opens up the shoulder blades, stretches out. Hold that and breathe. Lovely. Now put your hands on your hips, not your waist, on your hips here. And just squeeze the shoulder blades together again and release. So let my elbows get squeezed back. Release. We do a little bit of upper, it's like an upper back floss. Now from there, you're going to interlace your fingers or hold your hands at the back here. And I'm going to pull back and down. So look what that does. That really opens up my chest and into the shoulders. Hold that position. Keep your head central. And then look, I'm going to take my feet about shoulder width or just wider. Keep hold of these arms. I'm going to hinge forward, keeping my back straight. So I get hamstring stretch as well, but focus on lifting these arms up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Hinge back up and release the arms. Good stuff. We're nearly there. Triceps. So these muscles here. Just lift up your hands, place your hand between your shoulder blades. Keep your head central. Just going to use this hand to lever that elbow back. Make sure you're looking straight ahead, okay? Don't want to strain your neck. It's really good for the triceps, but also your shoulder girdle just opens up. Okay, we're going to switch it over. So drop the other hand between your shoulder blades. Take hold of that elbow, pull it back. Good. And release. Okay, just give the shoulders a little wiggle. Ear to shoulder, so left ear to left shoulder, just drop it. Okay, so switching on a nice stretch through the neck here. If you want to, you can put your forearm on your head, but just rest that weight there, don't pull. Use that extra weight to just intensify the stretch. Take the hand off and then bring your head back to centre. Good. Drop it to the other side. So right ear to right shoulder. Oh, just check that you're not hunching your shoulders up. Let's keep them nice back and down, away from your ears. And then let's take the arm and use the weight of the arm to just extend that stretch, get it a bit deeper. Only if it feels good though. Arm off, head back to centre. Right, last one for the neck. We're just going to tuck the chin and look down towards your toes. So we're just trying to lengthen the back of our neck here. So look, from here, I'm just going to tuck my chin right in and look down. And in so doing, You give yourself a double chin, don't worry about that. But you should be feeling the muscles down your neck and maybe into that upper back stretching. Just hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, just give yourself a little bit of wiggle. Hopefully you're feeling good now. So that's it. So whole body stretch. If it feels really good, why not repeat it? It's lovely, just mobilizing those joints and just a good check into your body, especially if you're doing lots of exercise, or if you're sitting down a lot, you need to get moving and get stretching. So about 10 to 15 seconds hold each side, but you can hold for longer if it feels good. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this stretch, full body stretch. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. It's free and you just get updated on when I post new videos. Awesome. Have a great day.